Hello everyone. Today let's solve the problem number 185, department top 3 salaries. So what the question states here, we are tasked with finding the top 3 unique earners. So this is very important. We are tasked with finding the top 3 unique earners in each department of a company. In each department of a company, we have to find the top 3 unique earners, right? So that's what we need to find. A high earner in a department is defined as an employee with a salary that falls within the top 3 unique salaries for that department. So they have clearly mentioned a high earner in a department is defined as an employee with a salary that falls within the top 3 unique salaries for that department. So what we need to return here, we need to return the department name, employee name and salary of these high earners, right? So that's what we need to return, so in the form of output. So what we need to return in the form of output again, so department name, employee name and salary of these high earners. These three things we need to, this one, yeah, these three things we need to keep in mind. So this is id, so this is fine. So input name, salary and department id. So let's discuss this one. So id, salary and department id is of the type integer and name is of the type varchar, right? So that's what I have mentioned. Again, we have department table as well. Two tables we have. Department table, it consists of the id and name, where id is of the type integer and name is of the type varchar. This is fine. So next, output, we have already discussed this one. We have to return department, employee and the salary, right? Top 3 salaries. So I hope the question is completely clear. So let's come to example 1 here. In this case, let's come to example 1. So here you can observe in the department table we have two, this one, what do we call, two departments, right? One is IT department and another one is sales department. So IT department is one and we have sales department as well. So IT and sales department we have, this is fine. So we need to find the highest salary, that top 3 people, right? So means top 3 highest salaries that we need to find for each department. Here in this case we need to find for this one, IT department as well as the sales department, right? So first let me come here. So in the IT department is of the ID 1 they have given and sales department is of ID 2 they have given. This is IT department here, this one. So this one is IT department, right? So let's consider here in this case, you can clearly see here 85,000 we have, 90,000 we have, 69,000 we have, 85,000 again we have and 70,000 we have, right? So if duplicate is present, we will consider only once, right? So here 85,000 is present twice in this case and we will consider that one only once. But people, we have to consider two people in this case, right? Joe and Randy, I think. So both is having the salary 85,000. So in this case, so here Max is having a salary of 90,000. Max is having a salary of 90,000 and this one Joe and Randy is having a salary of 85,000. So second highest. So the first highest is here in this case Max. So this one Max, this one Joe and Randy, right? So the third one here is Will, I think, right? So 69,000, 70,000 we have. Yeah, Will is having a salary of 70,000 in this case. So Will earns 70,000 in this case. So these are the top 3 earners, right? Highest earners, top 3 highest earners in this case. So we have to return this one, employee and salary here. So these 3 people we need to return in the form of output for the IT department. Let me come here. So I hope this is clear. You can clearly see here in this case in the output. So this one order doesn't matter here, right? Order doesn't matter here. So Max, yeah, Max 90,000, Joe 85,000, Randy 85,000, same thing, and Will 70,000 in this case. So this is for the IT department, right? So this is for the IT department. So I thought Joe and Randy we have to display only once, but they have displayed it twice. So these two things we have to consider twice, right? Because we have the same number, we are going with the 4 people. Because we are having the same number, we are going with the 4 people, or else we have to go with only highest 3, right? 3 employees with the highest salary, right? So this one just keep this in mind. Even I got confused here. So this is fine. So next let's go with the sales department. So let me come here, just give me a second here. Sale For the sales department, we will be considering with the ID this one, right? 2. For 1, it is IT. For 2, they have mentioned sales here. This one I'm speaking of ID. So here 2 we need to consider. 80,000 and 60,000 we have. First we will consider 80,000, right? 80,000 that is earned by Sam, not Sam, Henry. So 60,000 is earned by Sam, right? So 60,000 is earned by Sam. So these two we will consider. So third one, we don't have any ID. So that is directed to sales here in this case. So we have only two IDs for two department IDs for sales, right? Two department IDs for sales. We are considering only these two. So we have to display 3, right? So they have asked the 3 highest salaries based on the this one. In the descending order, they have mentioned here. See, 90,000, 85,000, 85,000, 70,000. Based on the descending order for the particular department. So next again here 80,000 comes because this is different department, right? In this case, this is Henry and this is Sam. So let me delete this one. Just give me a second here. So yeah, you can clearly see here Henry with the sales department. So department, employee and salary we have to return in the form of output, right? Here in this case, sales Henry 80,000. We discussed this one. Sales Sam 60,000. We discussed this one, right? So one more guy we have to return, but in this case we don't have the employee ID. We don't have the employee ID. Only two, department ID. We don't have the department ID. Only two department IDs we have for the sales. Only it consists of Henry and Sam. Third one is not present at all. So we are not considering in this case, right? So I hope the question is completely clear. What we need to do is completely clear as well. First, let's discuss the approach and then let's write the query. As usual, first let's discuss the approach. So let's discuss the approach step by step here. The first step here is rank the employees. When I say rank the employees, we will be making use of the dense rank here. So we will be making use of the dense rank. So why we will be making use of the dense rank? Dense rank, basically this is provided by the SQL. Why we will be making use of the dense rank? To rank the employees' salaries within each department in descending order. So when I said we were having IT and this one sales department, right? We were having IT and sales department in the first example that they have given. In the IT, so first we considered with 90,000, then we considered with 80, then 70, right? If you remember, in the sales we went with 80,000 first and then 60,000. So we have to rank in the descending order based on the department, right? So we have to rank in the descending order salaries in the descending order based on the department, based on IT and sales department here, right? So that's what we will be doing by making use of dense rank here. So we will be making use of dense rank to rank the employee salaries within each department in descending order. So this is very important. First we will rank the employees. So I hope this is clear, easy to understand, right? So next let's move on with the second one here, join tables. When I say join tables, we will join employee as well as the department tables. We have two tables, one is employee and another one is department, right? So while explaining the question, I showed the two tables. So along with the types, right? So for the each column we'll be having particular type. Along with the types they have clearly mentioned. We have two tables, one is employee and department. So we will join employee and department tables using department ID to get the department names here. So we have to get the department names, right? So in that case we got IT and sales. IT and sales we were having. So we need to return the department as well in the output, if you remember. So first four, if you remember in the first output, first four were IT department. So it was like IT, 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 IT. Then the last two were sales, right? So we need to return both IT and sales department. That is the reason we'll be considering this one. We'll be joining these two tables, employee and department. So we will join employee and department tables using the department ID. So based on the department ID itself, we need to go, right? So we will be calculating this one. What do you call? We'll be calculating the top 3 salaries, top 3 highest salaries based on the department ID itself. So we'll be making use of the department ID to get the department names as well here in this case. So we will join employee and department tables using department ID to get the department names. So the third one or the final one here is we will filter top 3. So we have to filter top 3. They have clearly asked in the question, right? So that is the reason we'll be filtering top 3. Here in this case, we will select employees that is, ranked in top 3 unique salaries using, we will be making use of the where keyword here that is provided by the SQL, where rank less than or equal to 3, right? Rank less than or equal to 3. In this case, we will get the 3 highest salaries, top 3 highest salaries by the employees for the particular department. So this is the approach that we will be going with. Easy to understand, right? So as we know the approach now, what we will do, we will it will be easier to write the query. Now let's start writing the query. So now accordingly with the approach, first what we need to do, we need to rank the employees within each department based on the salary, nothing but highest to lowest, right? For that, let's write the query. Here I'll just make use of with word here. Rank as, so within this one we have to rank employees within each department based on the salary, right? Highest to lowest. So let me make use of the select keyword here. Department name as department here. So let's copy this one, department. Just give me a second. This is lagging actually. This is fine. So and employee name, we will consider e dot name here. So this one e dot name as employee. So employee table, where is employee? This one. So this one, department table, employee table. This is fine. So next, salary, we have to consider this one, right? So let me copy this one, paste it over here. E dot salary, this one as salary. This is fine. So as we had discussed in the approach, we'll be making use of the dense rank that is provided by SQLize, right? So based on that one itself, we will be ordering or we will be sorting the employee salary for each department in the descending order. Top 3 highest salaries in the descending order. So we have already discussed this one. We'll be making use of the dense rank in the approach, right? So I'll be making use of the dense rank here. So next step is here, I'll be making use of over keyword. So we have to partition, right? So partition by is the keyword that is provided by the SQL already. So we have, sorry, in our case, SQL provides partition by keyword. So let's make use of that one. Partition by, this is fine. Partition by, we have to go with the department ID, right? Department ID as well as the salary. So let's consider e dot department ID, right? So this one I'm speaking of. So here in this case, I'll just give e dot department ID. So this one we are sorting this one by descending order, sorting in descending order, right? I'll just go with order by here, e dot salary in the descending order, right? This is fine as rank. This is fine. So this is coming from employee table, this one, right? This is coming from employee table, this one. So just give me a second here. This is coming from employee table, this one, employee E. So as we have already discussed that we'll be making use of the join, right? Self join. So I'll just go with here join. So this one, where is department? I'll use somewhere department, yeah, this one. Let me copy this one, join department D. So let me make use of on as we are joining here, employee dot department ID. So this one. So let me copy the same thing and paste it over here. This is fine. Equals d dot id. So this is fine, I think. Easier to understand, right? This was the first step. So we are ranking the employees with each department based on the salary, highest to lowest. So let's come to the second step or the final step. We have to select the employees ranked in top 3 salaries, right? Within their department, within their particular department, we have to select the employees ranked in the top salaries. So in this case, I'll be making use of the select keyword. So this one will be department. Let's make use of the department here. Employee as well, this one. So let me copy this one and paste it over here. And salary. So this one, let me copy this one and paste it over here. Right, this is coming from rank, this one. Right, these three are coming from here. So let me paste it over here, rank. So if you remember, so we have to, or we are selecting the employees and ranking them in the top 3 salaries within their department, right? So that is the reason I'll just go with where keyword. So we have discussed this one in the approach as well. So here rank less than or equal to 3. We are displaying the employee salaries, top 3 highest salaries of the employees in the descending order within their particular department, right? So this is it for the query. So let me hit the run button. Easier to understand, right? Let's see whether this works or not. Yeah, sample test case is getting passed. Let me hit the submit button quickly. So here you can clearly see all the test cases are getting passed. Means the query works absolutely correct on this case. I hope whatever the query that we have written is completely clear as well. Right. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.